Back with another podcast, baby. So I'm just going over a couple things before we go ahead and start this episode today. Message me Mondays is starting the MMM. This Monday, send us your questions on our social media at m_nationlife on Twitter and or Instagram. I said itter, that's crazy. But send us a question, anything at the top of your head. For instance, Malik, do you have a question?
Yeah, I mean, it could be something like if you dreamt a dream and it didn't come true, then what was it? You feel me?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, send us anything. Again, at our Twitter handle, link in the description.
Hey, before we get in it, I'm going to tell you about our sponsor. Their name's Anchor. They're a free-to-use service that lets you record and edit your podcasts. You can have it on your phone or your computer, so it's pretty versatile. They distribute your podcast for you as well, Spotify, Apple, whichever you want to be on. And you can start monetizing your podcast from the jump. You don't even need to have any sort of listenership, any community yet. You can just start right on it. And really, it's just everything you need in one spot. It's pretty great. If you want to check it out, download the app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Alrighty, we back with Freestyle Fridays, baby. Let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
We have a special guest with us today. It's Eli. He's a big name producer in Gainesville. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
He does work for a group called Postmortem. Sounds will be produced shortly for you guys to hear, of course. But Eli, talk to the people.
Hey, so like Lavant said, I am in Gainesville, Florida. I've been producing music since I was like 14 years old. I shouldn't say producing. I've been dabbling in music since I was 14. And I kind of started on the acoustic guitar, then moved to drums and stuff like that. It was a little difficult when I first started because I'm a completely self-taught musician, so I've never had a music lesson in my life. And I didn't have a ton of support just because none of my family really did music or anything like that. So I was really kind of, started up on my own. It was an interest that I had that I didn't really share with the rest of my family. So there's a lot of times where it was just me kind of, locked in my room, just practicing on guitar and stuff like that. And that's really how it started in terms of playing music. But I've been interested in like music production and playing music since before I can even remember.
All right. So you kind of wanted to always do music, right?
Yeah. So it's always been a passion. I grew up, my dad was into music when he was younger, and he did a lot of singing. And so I kind of grew up just always hearing him tell stories about just doing stuff back in like the late 70s, early 80s in music. And that just piqued my interest when I was very young. And then as I got older, I just decided that I wanted to learn how to do it. And I had to take that step on my own. So
yeah, there you go. You made it your own.
Yeah.
Nice. So you produce beats and rap, correct?
Yes.
Ooh.
The rap thing is definitely I've been doing that less time than I've been producing music for sure. I've only been rapping for about 3 years now, so.
Okay, cool. So you made our beat today.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the beat goes, what inspired you to make that beat?
So pretty much it's kind of a weird process, I guess, but for me, my inspiration I derive out of the smallest things. So if I'm listening to any other music or anything like that, and I hear one single sound that kind of stands out to me that I really like, or maybe it's a very short melody line, it leaves like an imprint in my brain, and then I take that sound and try to build it up from there. And so I usually start with a single sound that I want to hear in my song or in my beat, whatever you want to call it. And I find the instrumentation that I need to make that sound happen, and then everything else just gets built from there.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so basically with this beat, you basically took around the sounds that are around you and made it into normality, right?
Yeah. So it's usually for any of my beats, anytime you hear the intro, that sound that you hear is typically the foundation of the track. And some people do that a little bit differently. They have the main melody or whatever the focus point of the song is come in later, sometimes in the hook, sometimes in the chorus, depending on what genre of music you're in. But for me, the way that I like to do at least my hip hop and rap productions is I like to have the main melody, the sound that inspired me to make the track, be the first thing that people hear.
Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and play the beat for you, the people, really quickly. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and get started with the Freestyle Friday, man. We have our first person up, a person that we know, a homie on the beat. We'll go ahead and get right to it then.
Invading them nation from the village of orange chicken. Stepping in the kitchen, about to get it whipping. It's your boy Eminem, your mama's favorite snack item. About to crank the car and get it riding. Shout out Malik and Malik. Well, you 1v1 to me, now I'm 1v1 to you. Beating me, please, fat chance. BBW, creep up when you quiet, ninja diffuse. GG's up, little dude, eat this 360 quick scope like a Lunchable. Freestyle battle, modern warfare, unfair. Bars blinding you, Ray Charles, Krillin, Solar Flare. Dragon Ball, my bars, you gotta catch them all. Pokemon, Fire, Charizard, Flamethrower, Kamehameha, Super Smash Brothers Brawl. You know that I'm Sonic, bars worth 11 mil, yeah, supersonic. Toxic, sick on the beat, bubonic. I'm the player, ambulance, hurry, I kill the beat. Flat line there, who? Me, Eminem. Sweeter than the Eminem, the syrup. Ask your mama, she nicknamed me Licorice. Laughing to the bait to kill me, M.O.T. He ticklish. Ha 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 ha, he sound like a nemesis. Effortless, straight preparate the beat. Leave it Swiss cheese, nice on the mic. Eminem, sweet. 5 out of 5 stars, Vincent Van Gogh, Starry Night. Xbox is for E-Girl, shout out PS5. Eminem. Eminem.
Yo, Richard slid on that. For real.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That shit was pretty hard, bro.
He slid on that.
He
slid on that. Shout out my dog, Supersonic 11 mil.
You feels me? Hey, I like that.
I like that for real. He said,
That shit was hard. That was hard.
All right. So let's rate it again. The way the rates go, for the people at home, of course. So the rate that we're gonna do this is we're gonna do as far as the rap style. So basically how you flowed over the bars. The actual bars themselves, we're gonna go ahead and review, and then if we can understand you inside the music, right? So we gotta understand. We don't have to use Rap Genius to go ahead and know the lyrics.
No.
So I'll let our special guest go last, of course, since he made the beat. He has the best kind of audio tune to go ahead and rate the beat. So we're just gonna go ahead and start with Malik first. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I feel like Richard really did his thing on that. He had his own little personification. He was kind of angry, and then he was like chill with it, but still kind of aggressive. And then he hit you with the Eminem. That boy said he's sweet. I don't know. He thinks shit's sweet out here. I don't know what other artists gonna let him know, but he slid on that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give his rap style. I'm gonna give it to him on the rap style. Definitely the way he flowed over the beat was crazy. I liked it. The bars, he kept it very not almost rudimentary, but to where I could understand him. So
Yeah.
I could understand him perfectly fine. He did include Charizard in there. You feel me? That's the best. That's the best Pokemon. That's the best Pokemon up
That's
to
the
date.
best Pokemon.
That's
just-
debatable.
Whoa.
That's debatable.
So we're not gonna say Charizard's the best Pokemon.
No, we're gonna say that. We're all saying that.
I don't know. If you're like, okay, I like fire types and you only fuck with fire types, okay, like I guess.
Yo, Charizard be spitting fire on the beat. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
you're
mean,
asleep.
He Charizard do, but I don't know. Piplup was kind of hitting.
Okay, you name another Pokemon that can fly, breathe fire, and pick up giant boulders.
All right, you
I'll
got
wait.
me there. You got me there. But Piplup was kind of hitting. That's all.
That's facts. Piplup was kind of hitting. That's all I got. I agree. Piplup was kind of hitting, but out of the generation that he just spoke about, he definitely Charizard's the best one, and he was spitting fire in the booth. So I like this freestyle. I like this freestyle.
Straight flames from Richard.
So you're giving him a go. What's the rating on it though? What's your rating on it out of 10?
Out of 10, I give that boy a 9.5 right there.
Nah, I like it. I give it a 9.
Okay.
I'm a hard guess.
Okay. No, that's straight.
Mr. Eli on the beat. What's up?
Okay, so I'll be honest with the flow. That shit was hard. Like I really, really enjoyed the flow. Like that's something that I would definitely listen to while I was driving down the road. Bars were definitely hard. I liked them. They, like you said, they were almost simplistic or rudimentary, but they at the same time the flow like compensated for anything in that area. So I feel like the bars definitely fit with the flow that he presented. In terms of understanding him, this is the only area where I feel like he wouldn't get, like if we were doing these individual ratings, that he wouldn't get a 10 out of 10. And it was only like some instances. And honestly, that literally could have just been like production quality. So like he's, I'm assuming he's not in an actual studio recording and stuff like that. So that definitely would have had an impact if he was. So I'm almost hesitant on not giving him a 10 out of 10 on the understanding part, just because I recognize that it's probably not a professional recording. But I would say overall that I would probably do like probably a 9.5 out of 10. And the 0.5 is simply because of the understanding part.
Mm-hmm. I can feel that.
He was hard. He was hard.
He slid on it.
Hey, he was hard.
He slid on it. He was hard.
I wasn't ready for it, man. You like
I did not.
I wasn't ready for it.
I did not expect it.
He came out hard. They opened the gates and he was like full trot, like right now.
Yeah.
He definitely slang on. He slid. I took it wrong. I just want to give you guys a little bit of background. We get these right, and we don't listen to them just in case, just to really like to be in tune with it the first time we listen to it. And I wasn't expecting that at all, bro.
There are authentic reactions.
Yeah, even the laugh at the end. And then, like, I was like, what? Like, that's Richard? That's Supersonic 11 mil?
I think that that's something that's really cool that he did too, is to because like inside the flow he had some laughs go up and down in pitch. Yeah. And if you can musically put that into any type of bar whatsoever and actually have it be enjoyable to listen to, I mean that's not easy to do. So
exactly.
Definitely props
to him.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to the second person on the beat.
All my girls do is wanna fuck. After the second time I had enough. If I got the 9, homie, you out of luck. I ain't no swole guy, I am not bub. But if you acting stupid, shit get ruthless. I don't know how I do this, cause the truth is I be acting useless. Best believe, homie, I'll leave you toothless. Hunk on me, I let him walk it up. My chopper hot, I let it talk it up. If you're grown, do it, eat your beans sprouts. Call me Will I Am, I'll make you scream and shout. Ask your girlfriend 3 times, yeah, she know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she know the deal. I'm in the field, pinch me so hard, so I know it's real. I don't shoot unless you shoot to kill. Okay, let me stop talking about these drilling shit and killing shit. I'm grinding to the top and I won't make it till I take it big in pocket. I'm not making steps, I'm making hops. I'm doing everything extra, dot, dot, dot. Okay, I'm coming real smooth with it. Long shirt, baggy jeans with a head that's real fit. I get it, man, you as hot as me. I'm fire to the 5th degree. I'm literally smoking on this gas. You name is potent B.
So, after listening to the second one, what are your thoughts? We're gonna start with Malik again. Go ahead.
Honestly, I really like the beat. I like his swag. I like his. He had a sort of aggressiveness to it. He said a line, he ain't shooting unless he really trying to kill. I could vibe with that. You feel me? Ain't no point in letting out shots unless it's gonna hit. So I can respect that. I like his flow. I like everything. I'm gonna give him a 9.
Okay. 9. Did you understand him?
I understood him perfectly clear. It's still a 9.
Okay. I did his rap style on the beat was interesting enough to where I kind of liked his bars on the beat. He was definitely aggressive. It felt like he wanted to shoot me instead of like a more mellow tone type of voice. He definitely was aggressive. I don't know if he has like underlining aggressions or anything like that, but he's definitely was aggressive. I understood him perfectly fine, which is kind of interesting because he was aggressive enough to where I probably shouldn't have understand him just a little bit. Now I'm going to give him personally an 8.
Okay, I could feel the 8.
Eli?
Flow, excellent. I think that there's a benefit to having a flow where it's almost, I hesitate to say broken up, but I would say broken up because there's some pauses in between the bars. And I personally like that because I feel like it gives the music a little bit of room to breathe so that, people can appreciate the beat as well as the person rapping. So the flow, in my opinion, was excellent. The bars, so you were saying that he sounded like he would shoot you. I personally like gravitate toward that style of music where it's super aggressive like that, just me personally. And also, the beat is an aggressive beat. And so I think as an artist, you should derive your inspiration and your motivation from the music that's kind of underlying what you're doing. And so it's an aggressive beat. So him coming across as an aggressive rapper makes sense to me. So I kind of like that part. Understood him fine, and I think that's another benefit to having that that flow where there's some pauses, right? It gives people time to catch up with what you said and also prepare themselves for what you're about to say. So I think that understanding him was fine. I would say I'll give him a 9 on this one. Yep.
Okay. So we actually have an obvious winner at this point. But we had other participants today. Unfortunately, those guys couldn't send their raps in. Life happens. RIP. But at the end of the day, man, we have to go ahead and move on with life. So it looks like our obvious winner is, drumroll please. I don't know his name.
Richard.
Eminem, the rapper out of Florida, it looks like.
Okay. I low-key was waiting for somebody to start singing like Chevy Chase from Christmas Vacation.
What?
Wait.
After the drum roll.
Okay, facts. But
not over the beat, bro.
Even though we didn't have our other participants make it, you could be on Freestyle Friday, so don't sleep on yourself if you got some bars. Let us hear that heat. Let us know in case you got it.
Let us know if you got that heat. You want some exposure? come get it on the M Nation podcast because I know there's 1,000 people that want to rap just like these people, man. Stop playing.
Yes, sir.
I think something that's cool though is that you only did have 2 submissions for this, but I feel like both submissions set the bar pretty high for people coming forward because they're both fire. So honestly, this is definitely a good start for it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, Mr. Eminem did go ahead and send us something in as far as his victory speech. So,
okay.
Dang, all right.
Let's hear that.
He's Slim Shady. He ain't no Slim Shady. He's not Slim Shady. Who is that? Okay, let me go down. All right. Shout out Malik, you know what it is. Drizzy, shout out. Day 1, A1, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Scope. Nothing but knives. On that. Yeah. M Nation. Bigger take over than Z Nation. Forget World War Z. It's World War Malik. War Malik. It's Malik. Take it over. 2 M's, double M's. I'm Eminem. Not a Malik. I'm a hedgehog. I'm Sonic, and I'm super dope. Supersonic though. Yeah. M Nation. Hold it down. Squad. I'm frightened. I'm a freaking piece of candy. And your mother loves me. Eminem.
Oh my gosh, that boy hit it with the squat.
All right, y'all. Someone need to send me this man's information because I want to do a track with him. Right?
Hey, yo, Richard slid on this for real.
I want to do a track with him.
Hey,
For real,
this
bro.
man slid. He didn't even have to put the beat inside of the speech, and he did it anyway.
He still did it.
Yeah, that was a flex. That was a big flex.
That was a big flex. It's like he almost knew he was gonna win. That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
Squad.
Bro, it's squad.
Oh
my god. Hey man, shout out to Richard.
Yeah,
shout out to man.
That was
shout
good.
out to Richard.
Shout out.
Shout out to the M1. You know, Eminem.
Yes, sir. Eminem.
Hey man, we automatically invite you to the next Freestyle Fridays.
True.
This time, hopefully we'll have our contestants or our participants.
Hopefully.
Send in their rap so we can go ahead and get real competitive with it. Especially when we have more than 5 people, of course.
Yep.
Congratulations. You get a trophy of honor.
Yes, sir.
Virtual high five.
No cap. No cap. So this goes back to another thing as far as artists go. Does going platinum make you a good artist? This is a question that is an age-old question, especially for people that's watching Freestyle Fridays, or not watching, but listening to Freestyle Fridays.
Yeah.
Definitely does going platinum make you a good artist?
I mean, ain't it quality over quantity?
I mean, going platinum is the artist's dream, though.
It could be their dream, but just because you had X amount of listens doesn't mean you're really all that, though.
And I think it depends on what artist you talk to would determine kind of what their dream is. Because I think if your goal is to, maybe sell a lot of albums and make a lot of money, then that would be your dream. But I think that depending on what artist you are and what genre of music you're in, obviously, it really dictates, what their end goal is. So with some, I feel like, and this is my opinion, of course, but I feel like with some artists, the goal with the music is to really get the audience or the listeners to feel something.
Right.
And that's kind of what you were talking about with quality over quantity. And I think somebody who's directed their music at something like that, it's more important for them to have people consume their music and actually, experience something out of that music than it is to get, tens of millions of people to hear it and then not really have any type of experience or emotional reaction to it.
That's facts. So like, just let your voice be heard, pretty much. Like, put it out there and see what the reaction really is,
Yeah, yeah.
rather than just something generic.
Because I think part of, and this isn't true with all people who've gone platinum, obviously. Sometimes you create something that everybody loves and that just spreads like wildfire.
Of course.
But I think there's also people who try to target their musical creations to get that reaction, right? To go platinum. And I think that's like a dangerous realm for you to be in as an artist, because to me, it's almost like you're altering your artistic creativity rather than just creating what it is that you want to create and then letting it have the reaction that it's going to have.
It's not, bona fide. It's not real. It's, all right, it's real, but I'm going to add a little bit of fake in there, like, just so people like it. Like, it's not really you. It's you with a little bit of something else, because it could really be your sound, your genuine, authentic sound, but you're making it into something that people are gonna like. Like, there's no risk in it. It's safe.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. The only thing I don't agree with is being platinum does make you a good artist. And the only reason why I would tell you that is because that means if you go platinum, especially in these days where streaming is mostly the platinum, right? Is making you like platinum in the first place, streaming.
Okay. Yeah.
The only way to get platinum is getting over 100. I think it's like 100. I think it's like 10 million or something like that. It's like 10 million or 100 million. One of those two streams. Now hold on. That doesn't sound like a lot. I think it's like 1 million. One of those two. It's something in the millions.
I think it's 10 million. I think it's 10 million.
You think it's 10 million? Okay. So after 10 million streams, you go platinum.
Yeah.
That means 10 million people either hated your song, liked your song, listened to it and shared it with their friends. Their grandma was listening to it. Their mom was listening to it. Somebody was listening to your music.
Yeah.
And I feel at that point, once you make a platinum hit, you're rich.
Yeah, of course. You're rich.
You're rich, and you're an artist nonetheless. For instance, Tekashi
Oh my
6ix9ine.
gosh. Yeah.
And I'm only gonna bring this up just because it proves a point, right?
Okay.
At one point, he was the hottest artist on the planet. It don't matter who you were.
Yeah.
You can't tell this man not ish. Not anything. You feel me? So he wasn't a good rapper, but he was a good artist.
He knew how to play the game.
Exactly, because art is all about perception.
Yeah, it's subjective.
Right? Of course, it's very subjective. So it's making you a good artist is definitely the perception of not only your peers, but also the people that you want listening to your music. He had everybody listening to his music on the planet. It doesn't matter who you were. That's what made him a good artist. But he wasn't a good rapper though. A good artist.
I would argue that there's a side to that, just to play devil's advocate. There's a side to that you're missing, is that the industry, right? So he's signed to a record label, and really he's a product of them. In terms of anything that's not him rapping is a product of them. So his marketing, his coverage, his production quality, the tracks that he has to rap over, those things are all a product of the label that has him signed to them. And so I would almost argue that saying that he's not a good rapper, but he still went platinum or whatever, is almost a testimony to his record label more than it is to him, because the only part of him that we actually see is his rapping. Or here, I should say.
He's like a plant.
Yeah, he's just a face that they put on the cover of their album that they created.
Okay, so you're saying that the record label necessarily made him, and he was just the face of it.
Yeah, right? And that's why I say, like, when you find somebody who's a genuinely like good rapper, that's an artist, right? That's somebody you can say, okay, I listen to them because of their rap versus I listen to them because of their beat, or, because he's really famous or something like that. Because the only part, especially in the music industry nowadays, the only part of an artist that's actually them is what you hear them say or do. And sometimes that's not even the case, but for the most part it is. And so when you're listening to people like 6ix9ine, if you say he's not a good rapper, but he's still famous, it's like that really has nothing to do with him in himself. It has more to do with the people, the entire like group of people that are behind him, publishing his music, creating his tracks, mixing his tracks, tuning his vocals and everything like that.
That's true.
Then like I would argue when, in my opinion, I'm all about quality over quantity. Like I could not care less who is the most popular rapper or any type of artist. I literally don't care at all. The only thing that I care about is if I can relate to your music, if I like your sound, and I like your content, what you have to offer.
Exactly.
And so when you look at people like one of my favorite rappers is Hopsin.
Okay.
That man right there, he produces his beats. He was signed to a record label, and then that never went through, so he decided to do things on his own. And yeah, he's had help from other people in the industry, but I call him an artist, right? I like his rap, I like his content, I like his flow, and I love his beats. And so I would say so if he went platinum, right? I would say, okay, his platinum status makes him a good artist. That's a sign of him being a good artist. But I think when you're looking at people who are just terrible, terrible rappers, they don't have any quality content. Honestly, does anybody even know what 6ix9ine sounds like?
I mean, not really, bro.
All I know is it's fucking Treyway. Sorry.
Like that's it. Like, do you know what he sounds like? Because what you hear is him talking through a phaser and auto tune and everything like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people who's like, it was auto tuned, it's terrible, because there's a place for it. But when you're looking at somebody like that, it's like, do you even know what this man sounds like?
Exactly.
Because it's so heavily processed.
Exactly.
I agree on a mutual level. I agree that I don't feel like it's like I do and I don't feel like that, right? I do feel like making you a good artist will eventually get you platinum. I 100% agree.
Of course.
Right? But I feel like if you go platinum and you're still a shit artist, you're still a good artist. Personally, you can be the shittest person in the world. You can totally suck. But if you get a platinum hit, that makes you a good artist. It doesn't make you a good artist to me probably, but it still makes you a good artist to people.
I don't agree with that though, because if you think about, have you ever read a book that's on the New York Times bestseller list that you hated and thought was terrible?
Yes.
Like, I don't think that every single book that makes it to the New York Times bestseller list makes them good writers, right? It just means they sold a lot of copies and they had a good agent with good marketing and maybe got it into some type of like school reading club thing that forced all kinds of kids to read it. And I think that can happen. It's a lot less likely with books than it is with music because you have a lot more of a commitment with a book. But with music, I don't feel like, just because I think that good artists go platinum, but not all platinum artists are good.
Okay. I can give you that. But I still feel like Malik reached on the essence of music, which is art. And it's subjective, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I could think such and such is not good. I could think 6ix9ine is not good. But the next dude is loving him, pumping him up. And if he gets platinum, I mean, who am I to say he doesn't deserve it if he got the plays? You know what I mean? Like, it may be a facade. It may be he's just the face and he is just out there pumping out the music. But at the end of the day, he got the platinum. So I might not think his quality is good, but his community certainly got him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I can agree with you on that for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's why Drake is the hottest artist on the planet.
Oh.
He's the GOAT.
That's going to be the reason everyone hates me, bro, because Drake ain't all that, bro. He ain't all that.
It's for a different discussion, then.
Yeah, definitely. That's for another episode. That's for another episode.
Definitely. All right, definitely, we've listened to everything today. This is our first Freestyle Fridays. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for listening. I want to give a special shout out to my boy Eli. Thank you for producing our track that we sent out today. Thank you for being part of something nice.
Yeah, thanks for having me and giving me the opportunity to have other people listen to my stuff.
So what's up?
Yeah,
the
man,
question is, are you coming back next Friday?
Absolutely.
Well, not next
Friday. No, I'm just kidding.
Not next Friday. Next.
I'm done. I'm gone.
No,
next
definitely. Yeah. If you guys will have me, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you heard it here first, guys. Second Freestyle Friday will be next month in November. Start sending us, you feel me? Start sending us if you wanted to go ahead and be in it, so we can go ahead and start making something special for you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Malik, do you have anything to say to the people?
I mean, it's Friday. Don't get too lit, but get lit enough just to where you just right, get right, and be safe. That's all it could be. Have fun.
You feels me?
Yes, sir. It's the freaking weekend.
All right, man. See you guys next episode.
All right, peace out, guys.
We out.
Sir.